Good morning, Claire. I hope you're having a good Saturday. I hope you enjoyed the Return to Learn and Lion Load In and that you're getting all excited for school. I'm so excited that you and Selah are going to be in the same class. I even saw that you guys are sitting across from each other, so that will be so much fun. And I'm excited that you guys are in a class together and that you're also going to be in strings class. I just wanted to make a quick video for you over some of the things that we did at your last lesson. I also was thinking about, as I was kind of making a list of what I wanted to put on this video, Mr. Landis did a devotional for all of the teachers as we were going back to school, and he talked about Jethro, who was Moses's father-in-law. So I'm sure you've probably heard the name Moses. I don't know if you've heard about Jethro. You can have your mom or your dad look up that story and read the whole story to you. But basically, Jethro advised Moses to ask for help when he needed it. And so I want to, and Mr. Landis was encouraging us as teachers to ask other teachers and administrators for help. You know, that there's teachers who have been there longer than us, who have really creative ideas, just to reach out to them for help, that we're all a team. And you have such a wonderful team. You have your grandma, you have your mom, you have your sister. This week and throughout this whole year, if you're feeling frustrated, please ask them to help you and encourage you in your violin playing and your music making. And of course, you can always ask me too. But like I said, as I was making my little list here for your video, that just came to mind and I wanted to share it with you. Okay, so when you're practicing, I want to remind you, I'm not going to put this all in the video because if I make videos longer than 10 minutes, they don't really upload very well. So I try to stay under 10 minutes for my videos. Okay, but when you're practicing, I want you to make sure that you still practice getting into playing position slowly and check everything to make sure that it's all in the correct place. When you slide this out here, do your VV violin song, check your candy cane wrist, check to see that your thumb is on the tape, check all of those things as you're practicing. Also, please still do your bow exercises, get your bow hand all set up, and do your windshield wipers, stir your soup, and then check your bow hand to make sure everything is correct. Make sure that you do the exercise where you put your finger in your elbow and you're doing the opening and shutting, so you get that the correct arm motion. Make sure you're doing all those things. You and your sister can do those together because those are important review exercises for her too. So it would be fun to do them together as sisters. All right, and then let's see what's next on my chicken on a fence post. Your mom may have already found the video I made for Leah's class last year for chicken on a fence post, but I thought I would just go ahead and put it on this video too as well. I'm going to play the song once, so you can do several different things. You can just listen to me play, and whenever you hear the rhythm, raise your hand. Okay, you can clap the rhythm as I play it. You can do your bow over your shoulder as I play it. You can put your bow in the toilet paper tube to play the rhythm with me as I play it. You can then of course get your violin and do it on your violin. So anyway, so you can just rewind it and do it as many times as you want to, all of those different ways, okay? All right, so here's chicken on a fence post, and just like we did at your lesson, when it's time for you to play, I'll do like this, okay? Chicken on a fence post. Chicken on a fence post. Chicken on a fence post. Okay, so that was chicken on a fence post. Rewind it and do it as many times as you need to or want to. Okay, so another thing we practiced with your bow is we talked about when you're changing strings, and you know what, I'm going to pause the video and adjust my stand height a little bit. Okay, I moved my stand down so that you could see my arm better. Okay, so go ahead and put your violin up, and you can do a shark bite because we aren't going to do any fingers right now. But if you put your bow on the E string, okay, you have that level with your elbow, okay? And then when you go to your A string, you're going to rock like that. Okay, so you don't want to have a chicken wing. I know we just played chicken on a fence post, but we're not going to do chicken wings with our bow hand, and we're not taking off like an airplane. Okay, so when you rock, your arm and your wrist stay flat, and you just rock over to your A string. Okay, and then we're going to rock over to your D string. Okay, see how my arm and my wrist and my elbow are all lined up? Then I'm going to rock over to my G string. Okay, same thing. All right, so now we're going to go back to the D, and then rock to your A, and then rock to your E. Okay? All right. So again, please practice that on. You can pause the video, do it on your own. You can rewind it and do it again. Okay, so now on pages 4 and 5, we have D's and A's. So I want to practice just rocking from D to A. We did this at your lesson, okay? So go ahead and put your violin on D, and we're just going to go D, D, and then A, and then rock, D, and then rock, A, and then D, and then A. Okay, all right, so now let's do number 2, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead, and like I said, for time's sake, I'm just going to just play it with a bow. If you need to or want to clap it or pizzicato first, please, by all means, go ahead and do that, okay? So here is number 2 on page 4. Ready, go. D, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. Okay, now we're going to rock over to our A string. Okay, and we're going to do number 3. 1, 2, ready, go. A, rest. A, rest. A, rest. Okay, now we're going to do number 4. You stay there. I got to move my phone over a little bit. I can't see the whole line. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're going to do number 4. 2's a team. So rock back over to your D. Ready, go. D, 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 rock. A, rock. D, D, rock. A, rock. D, 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 rest. Okay, so go ahead and if you need a break, obviously go ahead and take one, please. If you need to rewind, please rewind and do it again, or pause and do it on your own. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do number 5. So we're on our D string again. 1, 2, ready, go. D, 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 rock. A. Sorry, that rhythm was bad. Let me do that again. Your rock has to be a little bit faster when there's no rest in there. Okay, ready, go. D, 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 A, D, rest. A, rest. D, D, A, D, D, rest. Okay, so now we're over to page 5, and we're going to do jumping jacks. Okay, actually, pause the video and do a few jumping jacks if you want to. That's always fun. All right, don't do a jumping jack with your violin and your bow in your hand. Okay. All right, number 6. Ready, go. D, 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 rest. A, rest. D, D, A, D, rest. Okay, and I want to draw your attention to, here for real quick, at the top of page 4 and at the top of page 5, there are a whole bunch of terms and words that we talked about at your lessons. Leah has a set of flashcards so that you can review those and practice those. I'll be making you your own set of flashcards to have when school starts, and I just wanted to remind you about that. All right, let's look at number 7. Okay, here's number 7. It's called Mix Them Up. 1, 2, ready, go. D, A, D, rest. A, D, A, rest. D, A, D, A, D, 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 rest. All right, need to scoot my phone over again so I can see the next line. Okay, so now we're on Count Carefully, number 8. So we're going to do that one. Okay, ready, go. D, D, 3 and 4 and A, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and repeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now let's do number 9, and it asks you to write in the counting underneath there. So we've talked about that the quarter note and the quarter rest each get one beat, and so we're going to count them 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can go ahead and write that in there on your own, and so the counting will look just like the one on number 8, and Leah has already done that one, so she can help you out with that too if you need it. Okay, here's number 9. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 repeat. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, so I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to make you another one here for the next couple pages.